And games live up their advanced billing. This was one of them. Here we go from the Soldier Field where it was hot, but also a heated revenge match. For the Bears, they knew they were blown out at the Meadowlands 31-3 last year in the playoffs. But the Giants had not won in Chicago since 1962. You knew it was going to be a tough one. And it was the Fridge. It did some talking. Giants running out of their own territory. The Fridge stops O.J. Anderson. Fridge says, "Don't you try that again, O.J." Later on, the Bears goal line defense. Rodney Hampton broke his leg last year in the playoff game. This is the first time he's played since, and he sees the Bears again. The Bears defense wrap him up. 3rd and goal, O.J. Anderson, no. Mike Singletary is all pumped up. You know about the eyes. 4th and goal, the Giants go for it. O.J., 1, 2, no! The Bears defense stopped the Giants on the 1-front line. Meanwhile, the Windy City lives up to its name. Watch Kevin Butler. For you golfers, this is called a duck hook. It's good. Are you kidding? 47 yards. But when you play on your home course, you can make those. Matt Barr has been great. But this time, the win now. No help. 3-0 Bears, and Kevin Butler wondering if he's going to be the only offense today. 2 minutes to go. Big play. Jim Harbaugh. Watch the throw. To Wendell Davis. He beats one of the best, Mark Collins. 75 yards, 10-0 Chicago Bears. They lead at 13-0 at the half. Singletary tells the Fridge, "We can't let up." And they couldn't let up against Meggett.
Yeah, and the thing that the Giants try to do is always get Meggett locked up against a linebacker. Here you see him against John Roper. He's going to beat him on that little flat pattern almost every time.
Now these runs set up a play to Rodney Hampton for a 6-yard touchdown. And very quickly, Giants with the big 3rd quarter. They're within 13-10. Meggett was the setup man in the second half, wasn't he, Tommy?
Again, that quickness will throw off almost any linebacker. You get him, he's going to check to see if the blitz is coming right here. He shakes Rivera a little bit, curls up on the inside, had 6 catches for 39 yards on the day.
Again, it sets up Rodney Hampton, a 3-yard touchdown, and the Giants have the lead 17-13, but Ray Hanley wore the better shirt today. He still wasn't comfortable. In the 4th quarter, the Bears offense, watch Neil Anderson. Able to leap tall buildings with a single bound. 38 yards. What is it? Is it a touchdown? Is he in web? Up.
Staying in great presence of mind to actually put the ball inside the pylon to get the score.
They look at the replay. The Bears coaches said, "Let's go upstairs." Did he step out? Tight rope Walker. And the result announced in Chicago.
The runner did not step out of bounds. Touchdown!
Well, they were really upset in the stands, weren't they, for the touchdown by Neil Anderson, one of the greatest plays you'll see certainly this season. And those are Anderson's numbers. The Bears fans loving the 20-17 lead with 6 minutes to go. The players are tired, exhausted, and Eric Moore was in pain. With 1:30 to go, the Hoss, Jeff Hostetler. He has rallied the Giants before. He passes to Rodney Hampton. And the youngster darts for 19 yards. He looked so good on this afternoon. Haas to O.J. Anderson picks up 10. And the Giants are inside the 10-yard line. After a penalty on the offense, it's field goal time. You know Matt Barr has delivered time and time again. He sets up for the 35-yarder to put it in overtime. Blocked by the Fridge. Let's watch the replay by the Bears special teams.
Fridge gets a good push in the middle of the field, as he would, and gets his arm up just high enough to get a block. And the kick probably a little bit low.
Oh, brother, the Bears win it over the Giants on the big play by the Fridge. Singletary, Ditka, 22-2 in September since '85. And the Chicago Bears, in a tremendous ball game, beat the Giants 20-17. And I think, Tommy, what we saw here today was a Jim Harbaugh show. He impressed everybody.
I think so. You know, before Neil Anderson made that last run, you know, they only had about 60 yards running the football. I think the thing that surprised is how quickly Harbaugh has come along. He's a poised player. He picks the right spots to make the right throw. I think he's come on faster than anybody knew he would, and a pleasant surprise for Mike Ditka.
So now what's interesting, Jeff Hostetler, Steve Young. They're 1 and 2. They're finding life a little different, aren't they?
Yeah, well, that old adage, you know, the backup quarterback is the best position on the football team.
Well, Phil Simms may have it now for the Giants, as the Giants are 1 and 2 As of the 49ers, the Bears are 3-0.
The Giants came to Soldier Field. Sweating that 90-degree heat and a 4-point deficit, the Bears pulled it together late in the fourth quarter. They put together huge plays on both sides of the ball, fitting that the most gigantic Bear made the block that won the game. Bears 20, Giants 17, Chicago now 3-0. And Mark Carrier here to talk about it. Talked about the heat just there for a second, and this guy could hardly walk into the building tonight. He's cramping up so bad, and you said Richard Dent called. He's on IV, and a lot of guys are feeling the effects of this game.
Well, yeah, we had a lot of guys come by the house, and I had a little celebration at my house, and everybody was just moving around saying, I can't stay still in one spot or I'll just lock up or cramp up. It was a very exhausting game. Not that the heat also had something to do with it, but, you know, we're playing against a very good physical Giant team.
Well, as bad as you guys might feel right now, they feel worse.
They do feel worse, but we feel good, and I'm glad we're not on the other end of that.
Well, let's roll the tape and check it out from Soldier Field. As you saw on that thermometer, it was up, well, close to 90 degrees. I think the high was 91 down at the lake. Anyway, a tough day to play football, no question about that. Second quarter here, Jeff Hostetler intercepted by Marcus Paul, ripped it out of there, didn't he?
Marcus did a great job. He decoyed the guy, meaning he faked right one way and came back in, and the quarterback threw it right to him.
Unfortunately, the Bears gave it right back in this play. Well, I don't know what this instant replay stuff is all about. Thornton fumbled the ball. The Giants grabbed it, but the guy was laying right in the chalk over there. They should have given it to the Bears there. Instead, they give it back to the Giants. But the Bears stand up again on defense. You guys played terrific football out there today, I thought.
Well, we came out with a vengeance. We were just going to go out there and prevent them from scoring us, walking down the field on us, and that's what we did.
Nothing like that 31 points from the playoff game last year. And here goes Harbaugh on 3rd and 6 on the draw. He picked up 15, big first down right there, and then little vindication here for Kevin Butler. 47 yards into the win, and watch him play that breeze.
He did a great job. He followed through perfectly and just kicked it. I mean, Kevin's been one of the best kickers in the league since he came in here.
So it's 3-0 Bears, just under 7 minutes left. And the next possession, Hostetler hits Rodney Hampton. Dante buried him. The Giants would go on to miss a field goal here. And the first play after the missed field goal, home run time.
Oh, this is a surprise. It caught me off guard a little bit on the sidelines until I saw Wendell break open. He made a great catch with a guy jumping in his face and was off to the races after that.
Jim Harbaugh laid it right on the money. You'll get a chance to see it again, I think, or will we? It's a touchdown. No, we won't. But here's the ensuing kickoff, and we said we'd get you in these highlights finally.
I finally got me in the highlights. David Tate and I were arguing over who caused the fumble. All I know is that I got the good hit on him.
Looked like your helmet was on the ball right there.
Yeah, it was on the ball. It's about time you guys do something for me here. I was having trouble.
It was about time you did something for us. That led to a field goal. Butler kicked it in on the last play of the half, and it's 13-0 at halftime. The Bears on top and looking real strong. But tell you what, after that, the Giants owned the third quarter.
Well, we started off flat. We had a chance to really probably put them away. We would have came up with a couple of substantial drives here. But then you got to give Giants credit. They're a tough team.
Well, they are. Neil Anderson fumbled. Neil having a tough year hanging on to the football so far, but he made up for that later on, and we'll see it in a few minutes. Then an interception tossed. Collins redeems himself. He was burned on the long touchdown play, comes back with a pick. They get the goal line stand here, the Bears defense do up front. Dante Jones again, Mark, and a great play. Watch him grab O.J. Anderson and not let him get across that line.
That was a real good job. O.J. tried to go up top, and Dante grabbed his legs and prevented him from getting airborne, and everybody else just came and smothered him.
Now the Bears get it out into 20-yard range there, some breathing room, but Jim kind of rolled into the defender there. Leonard Marshall got him for a 13-yard loss. The Giants get the ball back, 1st and goal, and there goes Hampton again for the touchdown. Now 13-10, and it's starting to get nervous out there.
It is starting to get tough. I mean, they had the win in their back, and then we changed around. We got the win in our back, and that really was a big key for us.
Well, the Giants, what they did do right today was throw a lot of these short passes, and they got a lot of yards off them.
Yeah, someone commented about it. Hospital didn't go throw deep, but he took what we were giving him. That was the short passes.
So the Giants are on the move. Hampton gets another TD from the 4. 17-13 New York in the lead for the first time. 10 minutes left, and here's where your offense really stepped up and played some ball.
Yeah, we had some great plays, some great drives. James Foster making a good run with some great blocks by the linemen and boards.
3rd and 10 at the 45. Big blitz on Jim. He stood right up in there and hit Wendell Davis for a key first down. And that set up Neal, who's had a tough year so far out of the backfield, but this is a game breaker here.
Well, you had a great block there, first of all, by Tom Thayer, and Neal definitely knows what to do with the ball when he gets in the open field and finds that end zone mark.
Now, at first, that was not given ruled a touchdown. They said he was out of bounds at the 5, but the replay showed that Neal had both feet in when he leaped right at the 5-yard line off his left foot, and watch him stick the ball inside the pylon for the touchdown.
Great play by Neal, just great individual effort by him.
6:39 to go, Bears back in front by 3. Now the Giants' final possession here, and they were making some, how bad was it trying to guard these guys in that heat at the end of a game like this?
Well, both teams were exhausted. There's no doubt about it. You know, they were just dinking and dunking, trying to get what they can. We missed some bad tackles towards the end that allowed them to keep driving.
That was Rodney Hampton again. That got it into Bears territory at the 2-minute warning. And here comes Hampton again, and this play looked like it might kill you guys. He broke a bunch of tackles, got by Rivera, got by a few more guys, and got inside the 20.
Yeah, my part too, I took a bad angle, and he did a good job of cutting up, and Marcus Paul made a good tackle at the end there.
Well, Marcus made a good play here. He stuffed O.J. 5-yard loss. It wound up being 3rd down and goal from the 18-yard line. They had to score here, and he threw it out of the end zone. So a field goal try coming up, and the whole defense, and William Perry in particular, mustered up one last ounce of effort here, Mark, and got the job done.
Well, William's been playing great since day one. He's done a great job for us, and here it's just, you know, can't be more happy than for a guy like William Perry. He's really playing hard. And he's a team player.
Well, there's the fridge down on the ground, and the Bears win it 20-17. And against the Giants, having lost to them so badly in the playoff game in New York earlier this year, I mean, that must just been a tremendous lift for your football team.
It is. It's what we call a gut check at this point. You know, to get to the Super Bowl, get to the championship, you have to go through certain teams, and one of those teams is obviously the Bears, and another you would have to put in that category would have to be the Giants. And to play them this early really tells us that we're on the right path of, you know, making our way towards that goal of being #1.
Yeah, both teams pretty healthy, so a good matchup, and the Bears go ahead and win this one by 3. It was not an ordinary regular season game, and Rich King has more on that in his post-game package.
It was not an ordinary game. The intensity seemed to match the dripping 92-degree heat that engulfed Soldier Field. Yards were hard to come by as the teams seemed to feel each other out in a scoreless first quarter. Finally, it was the Bears who broke loose. This bomb from Jim Harbaugh to Wendell Davis, good for 75 yards, and the Bears had a 13-0 halftime lead. But in the second half, it was the Bears with their backs against the wall. Even this great goal line stand was not enough to stop the Giants from grabbing the lead. Rodney Hampton's burst into the end zone against a drained Bears defense made it 17-13 Giants. But then the offense got one big lightning bolt. The Bears' counterplay, dormant in the early games, freed Neal Anderson to the 5-yard line, or so we thought.
The runner did not step out of bounds. Touchdown.
Hey, after I fumbled the ball, it was about time I did something good. You know, it was some great blocks on the play, and all I had to do was beat him to the end zone.
Nice swan dive.
Hey, I needed to get in the end zone again. After that fumble, I had to make up for it.
You knew you were in, right?
Oh, I knew I was there. There was no doubt.
Well, after Neal Anderson's great run, the Giants had one more chance. They got a drive going with 2 minutes left, and the drive moved into Bears territory.
The Giants got the ball down to the Bears' 8-yard line, but a key penalty pushed the ball back. And when Matt Barr tried this 36-yard field goal, the Bears were ready. It was blocked.
Perry blocked the field goal. He got the tallest guy on the team, Perry, William Perry. He hit him right in the stomach.
It felt like a good operation. It felt like we had good timing on it, a good snap hold, and felt like hit the ball strong. But then again, there's something wrong, obviously, because he got a good solid hand on it.
It's incredible. You know, we got good push on him all day, and I thought we were close several times, and you know, when we really needed it, and we needed something big to happen, you know, one of the guys with the biggest hearts on the team came through for us, and I'm really happy for William and proud of him.
As for Perry himself, he was keeping his thoughts inside his heart.
Look at it on film.
William Perry letting the film do his talking. Rich King, WGN News.
Just keep on making those plays. You didn't have to say anything to anybody. Now, part 2 of this New York trifecta. You had the Giants and now the Jets next week and then Buffalo after them. What about the Jets? At least you get an extra day to rest. It's a Monday night game.
Yeah, we do get an extra day to rest, but the Jets, if anyone saw, played the Bills very tough and could have easily won that game, but the Bills prevailed. They're going to be a tough challenge, no doubt about it, and Buffalo going down there to Buffalo the following week. But the Jets are up first. We got the money. It's going to be a hard, tough game. We got to come ready to play.
All right there, Gimpy. Take care of those legs, and we'll see you next week.
All right.
Nice going, Mark. Mark Carrier, who helped the Bears to that 2017 win over the Giants today.